In this class, we're going to look at two different ways of solving linear equations or linear systems through elimination and also through substitution. Let's take a look at substitution method first. Okay, so if I'm solving a linear system through substitution, what I'm looking for specifically is when I graph this equation, let's just say, and my drawing could be completely wrong, but let's say that one line goes this way and the other line goes this way. What I'm looking for specifically is this point right here where there's an intersection. And that's what we're trying to figure out using algebra. Okay, so let's take a stab at this and see if we can figure it out. What I'm going to do using substitution is I'm going to isolate one variable. And it could be x or y, it doesn't matter. In this case, it looks like this y is going to be very handy to isolate. So I'm going to subtract 2x, and now my new equation is y equals 6 minus 2x. Okay, it's a really bad looking x. Let's try that again. 2x. All right. Now, since I know that y equals 6 minus 2x, I'm going to take this 6 minus 2x and I'm going to put it right into here. Okay, so what that means is now I'm going to have 6 minus 2x minus 8x, because this 6 minus 2x is the same thing as y. And then I'm going to say that all equals 1. Okay, so from here I can subtract 6, so now I have equals negative 5, and negative 2x and negative 8x equals negative 10x. So let's see here. If we were to divide out negative 10, now that means that I have x equals 2. So there's the first part. Well, now how do we find y? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look back up into either this equation here, or this equation here, or I could even use this equation. Whichever one I want, I'm going to plug 2 back in for x. So let's do this simplified one that'll just give us an answer. So I'm going to say 6 minus 2 times, and then in the place of x, I'm going to put in 2. Well, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. 6 minus 4 equals 2, and that equals y. So there's my two values, 2 and 2. Perfect. Let's now take a look at solving linear systems by elimination. By elimination, what that means is I'm going to try and add these two systems together so that when I'm done, I'm down to a single variable. Right now, though, if I add them together, I get 5x, because 2 and 3, and then plus 8y equals negative 25. Well, that didn't help me at all. That didn't get me anywhere. Okay, so let's undo this here and see if we can do any manipulation. Well, what happens if I multiply the top here by 2, so this whole thing by 2, and then the bottom equation I could multiply by negative 3? Well, that would give me 6x plus 10y minus, or equals, negative 32, and then I'm going to keep that plus in addition there. This gives me negative 6x plus negative 9y equals 27. Okay, now when I add vertically, these cancel out, and I'm left with y equals negative 5. There's the first part. From here, I can just go back into any one of the equations that I want with y equals negative 5. Let's choose this first equation. 3x plus 5 times negative 5 equals negative 16. All right, well, this gives me negative 25 equals negative 16. Okay, and then from there, I'm going to say 3x equals, well, plus 25 here, plus 25 here, so that equals 9, and x equals 3. X equals 3 and y equals negative 5, so there's the solution to my system.